funny. More than you can handle on the titty. I love it.
Exactly.
Where we're supposed to be.
Yes. You want
Yeah.
start us off?
All right, everybody, we're back once again, like we said we would be, every Monday. More than you can handle podcast.
Yes, sir.
Sponsored by Misunderstood Clothing Brand in Florida. Thank you for being our first brand sponsors. Yes. Yep.
Thank you.
We here. Today, well, let me introduce myself. 22 times, as you know, part of the Where You Can Handle podcast, and sexual deviant. Apparently, because I wear glasses, so that's new to me.
All right, and if you don't know, now you know. It's your boy RC, voted most likely to turn your girl upside down, put two fingers in her, go on a butthole, and play her like bagpipes. And I figured that introduction was necessary because we're welcoming one of the folks that we met doing jokes and quotes, and I remember her first time blessing our stage, and cats literally lost their shit.
And you better say her fucking name right.
Oh yeah, I remember the conversation the day she came over, and we were talking, and Twana like, "What's her name again?" And she was like, "Matter of fact, I'll let her take it from here, ma'am, if you will."
We're gonna start off with if you don't eat pussy, we can't be friends. Because I feel like a lot of people be missing that, and y'all be trying to talk to me, and y'all don't eat pussy, so we can't be friends. But anyway,
People still do that?
they do that or don't do that. Right?
They still make those?
Yeah.
They still make humans that don't do that?
I didn't know there was a choice.
Yeah, I thought that was just part of how things go.
Nah,
I thought it was, but they don't. But anyway, my name is PvssyPoet the Goddesss, and that's PvssyPoet. The V is for vagina. If you don't eat pussy, we can't be friends. Make sure when you say my name, you say it properly. If you can't remember everything, it's Goddess to you.
I love it.
I'm excited. So, our illustrious guest tonight, how have you been? It's been a minute.
Yes.
It has been a couple of minutes. It's been a twilight minute, a blue minute.
He said a Twilight minute.
Twilight minute. That's a long ass minute.
It's been a while.
Twilight been taking a minute.
Like I might not have seen you guys since 2023.
Has it been that long?
Before the snow.
I feel like
wow.
I seen you randomly because I be outside.
I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't be outside.
I'll be outside. I feel like when the last damn it was like
before the snow. I don't know if it was like the summertime or if it was
that
like
was last time I saw you. That was at Life's situation.
Yo,
Oh, yeah.
what?
Then that was
Oh,
definitely
yo,
last
we
year.
was wilding that night. That was a fun night.
So drunk. Oh my god.
That was a fun night.
It was a fun night for me. I agree with that. I'm trying to talk to all the poets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's
I told you, that's the connection between worlds.
That's what I do. I talk to you.
Be the connection, but just realize that a lot of these motherfuckers really ain't shit. Poets. So
I mean, people in general, I feel like their character comes into question a lot of times when times get hard. A lot of times, so to speak, because it's unfortunately, like you said, we haven't seen each other in a while, but you know, we communicated on social media and stuff like that. We stayed,
That's how we see each other in passing. That's how we see each other in passing.
So that's
social media is like the gateway platform, but I don't say it. It's very true. People's characters are real fidgety. But I mean, as far as you being the connection, like that little splice between poetry and comedy and poetry, like when you're mixing and mingling with these poets, make sure they're actually talented poets and not just, oh, well, I'm thankful that you popped out, so I'm going to be nice and tell you that your shit is good, but it's not.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this now 7 years, the comedy situation, and I started out actually doing poetry rooms because they gave us more time. They gave me more time. They were very receptive.
Okay.
You know, the poetry crowd, I feel like for example, you know, you were there for the show that just happened. We're at Ladder 15, for those who don't know.
Oh yeah, shout out to Ladder 15 for having us here tonight to do another episode of More Than You Can Handle. We really appreciate you guys.
Most definitely. And the crowd was how I've never seen it at a poetry show. I feel like you go to even an open mic, even when it's just people kind of just starting, you got people snapping, like you just snapping and clapping, like people, even when you bad, it's encouragement for
right.
you want to do it more, you want to get better. You're encouraged
That's
to do better.
the open mic forum, though. Like the open mic forum is supposed to be, this is a safe space for
right.
you, whether you are elite or if you're the juice at the bottom of the trash can. This is a place.
The juice at the bottom of the trash can.
Yes.
That's a bar.
Yes. It's a safe space for you to come and mix. You could go from garbage juice to Casamigos.
To the person, you know what I'm saying?
You may become an actual person.
Nah,
but them open
that
mics,
person.
that's where
That's how
it
you
is.
grow. That's I mean, it's it kind of leads to the next question. So how long have you been doing poetry?
13, 14 years professionally,
right.
As a career, as somebody that gets paid for this shit, around that time. But I've literally been a poet for the time.
Okay.
So I want to ask why the name PvssyPoet the Goddesss.
Yes, that's been what I've been wanting to ask
because
for
that's
a
a mouthful. That's it. And you make people say the whole thing. You'll be like, all right.
Like it's like a pimp named Slipback. No. You have to say the whole thing.
Nah, but so before becoming what they're calling now a career poet, I was a dominatrix, still am a dominatrix, and in that part of my lifestyle, my name is Goddess.
Okay.
Straight, simple. You cannot forget it. Goddess, because that's what I am. When it comes to the poetry now, when I started out with poetry, I was under management. The first ever performance that I did, it was at this random bar in Brooklyn. I went with one of my best friends at the time, and I didn't want to perform, but he made me perform. And when I finished performing, this man comes up to me and he got his business cards and he's like, "Yeah, girl, you got it." And I'm thinking like, you just another random nigga, and I'm not about to sit here and have this conversation with you. But my best friend was like, "Nah, like talk to him, see what he's talking about, see what he's giving." Turns out he had his own talent agency, and he wanted to bring me on as his first poet.
That answered my first question of the night. Basically, what got you into writing poetry?
No, I've been writing poetry for forever. Where the name came from.
Oh, so that's where the name came from. So all right, so
that
with
pussy
that.
poet, because I'm talking about beating the pussy up, I'm beating the pussy down, I'm beating the pussy left, I'm beating the pussy right hand, beating the pussy all kind of which way the pussy can be. But also letting the pussy beat you.
I like
Some
that.
women, we don't get fucked, we do the fucking.
I like that. I like that. I like that.
That's like fuck back. Yeah, that's what it is. I won't be doing all the work all the time.
Don't be a lazy fuck.
Nobody likes a pillow princess unless you just find somebody that really likes to do all the fucking work. Then you might
that's
like a little
different.
pillow princess, but
I don't have the cardio for that.
and they don't have the knees. Somebody, we gotta meet in the middle.
You gotta be in the middle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every 15 pumps, you gotta grind back. Every 15 pumps.
13, 14. Your part. There we go.
It's
Get
going up.
ankles or something. Get some fluidity in them hips. Something.
Yes.
Where's your waistline?
I'm picking Jones up. I'm squatting it.
That is a fight. That is a fight.
Turning ways I'm not supposed to turn. My back ain't ready for that.
So we got the origin of the name. So what, first question like I was saying, what got you into writing poetry?
Are we speaking about poetry as a whole, or are we speaking about erotica?
Let's start with poetry first, and then
because rock, I feel like it's a whole nother.
Yeah.
So with poetry, like I said, I've been writing poetry my entire life. My mom and my grandmother, who is really who I was raised with, they're both writers. They're both poets. They're both literacy lovers. My mom was a teacher my entire life. So I've kind of always been in this space of having a love for literary arts and creative writing. I was introduced to poetry, I want to say around kindergarten, first grade, with little simple things like the cat in the hat or the caterpillar and things like that. And it's like, okay, well, I want to write that kind of stuff. I want to do that kind of stuff. And that's what it was. As time started going and as I started growing up and having experiences, my writing started to change. And I literally just kept climbing the ladder. But being a creative writer, being a writer, period, because I'm also an author, if y'all didn't know that. But being a writer, period, I've always had that, like, confirmation. When I was in elementary school, my teachers all wanted me to submit for Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul and those kind of books.
Those books is
right,
fire.
right. I was being pushed in that direction. Like, go ahead and do the Knicks Poetry Slam and things of these natures. Or we have this magazine. They're collecting works of poetry from students, children 15 and under. You should submit here, and they're sending my things to all of these places. I was always being pushed as a writer. Now, when I got to middle school, I don't know about y'all, but when I was in middle school, motherfuckers was fucking. I wasn't fucking, but they was fucking. And not only were they fucking, they were reading mounds of Zane books. So middle school is when I was introduced to Zane for the first time. Mind you, still a virgin, but I'm sitting here in the library like, okay, what is this? Why does this book have all of these pages folded down? What's going on? I opened it and my innocent mind was just blown.
Was the page
But
sticky?
my creative, no, they were just folded, you know? But my innocent mind was like, oh shit, no. But my creative mind was like, I could write this better than this, and I could write it as a poem. So the beginning of my career as an erotic poet came from me rewriting Zane's sex stories as poems and then selling them to my classmates.
Oh, damn, okay.
And that's what that
entrepreneurship.
Was. Yes,
Yeah, it was like, nah. Yo, that's on some drug dealing. She was like, they got, B.
Take that pack, cut it, flip it.
They got garbage down the way. Come over here. Blue cats. Blue cats.
The big vibes. And that's really what it was. Like, I started rewriting her sex scenes from her books as poems, and that's strictly as far as the erotica goes.
Okay.
Until I started having my own experiences. Then I started writing about that. But I was still like, I had a notebook, and I would let people, tell me what you think about this, and tell me what you think about that, or whatever. And it still ended up being a thing where I'm selling poems to people. I'm writing love letters, breakup notes, get back together notes, Valentine's Day, birthday, anniversary.
You turned it into an enterprise.
That person, right. But I never, prior to maybe 18, I didn't ever look at poetry as something that is like a long-term career-driven type of thing. It was just, here's this thing, I'm good at it, people like it, I can make a little dollar off of it. Cool. But I'm going to continue to whoop ass and stick my big toe in people's foreheads for a living because I like that.
Not the big toe on the forehead.
Yes, if you are part of the foot fetish community, I love you. Find me and give me your money. Anyway.
I'm not a foot person. Like, I love...
That message wasn't for you, man.
It's just, I see how into it people are.
That's the
and then
thing.
It's like,
it's
crazy. Not in a bad way,
but it's just by just looking at
it.
Yeah, like that.
Yes.
That's the part I'm talking
those.
about. Crazy, like, she wears a size 11 and a half. Oh, you can tell by her Insta.
It'd be like, yo,
nigga, what?
she got fallen arches. She got fallen arches, so she gotta wear the little lips in her shoes and whatnot. Yo, I'll be like, what? Like, but they can just like it's like a superpower.
Just look.
They just like just be like the $1 Million Man.
The funniest thing I ever heard was it was a couple OAs I used to work with, and He said, "Oh, anybody can get her. She got bad feet. She can't run."
Ooh.
Yo, when I heard him say it, but then I realized he was also a person that had a foot fetish. And he could tell by how she was walking. I mean, you could tell somebody hurt, but just look at her. She didn't like she was walking bad or walking. He was like, "Oh yeah, she got bad feet. She can't run." I was like, yo.
I've never heard that before in my life. She got bad feet. Anybody can have.
He was like, "You can get her because she can't run."
Yo.
Yeah.
Like the old heads I worked with were probably some of the ones that molded me into who I am today because of some of the stuff that I say in my comedy.
It works. Somebody commented.
So what we gonna do? We gonna set you up right here since we lost that.
Okay.
And so
Yeah, they said they pay good money for feet pics. They do.
That's
But they
heard
pay
too.
even better money for FaceTime. And literally all you have to do is post up your phone at the end of your bed and do this with your feet. And they're
really
cashing
wait
out.
with your toes.
Go to the gym, ladies, go to the gym and wear some tall old socks, tall ankle or your what's this?
Yeah.
Calf.
Yeah, calf.
There you go. Knee highs, all of them stuff. Wear those things. Take videos while you in there. Focus on your feet and be like, "Oh my God, my feet are so tired and sweaty." I guarantee you, they're going to buy your sweaty ass gym socks.
So my question
For
is,
however much more times the price you
because
get.
I have a joke that I do, and it falls into your world. So, have you ever met another female that has a foot fetish?
Yeah.
Because I do a joke where I'm talking about times are getting hard. I'm about to start an OnlyFans for chicks that like nigga feet, and I'm calling.
They're out there too.
I'm calling it
Rough.
10 toes down.
Yes.
Yeah,
As long as you actually have 10 toes, then yeah.
Exactly. That, I got.
Cause you know some people they like to talk, but they don't. They don't have.
Rough.
They
Like,
miss
and
a
then here's
toe,
the
they
thing.
miss
You
a
can
toe.
see all my digits. I ain't got that hidden digit. You see when people got that one hidden digit?
Christ. So it's only
It
10. I got 10.
just-
I got all 10 of mine. So that's all right.
Yes.
No, it's
Don't nobody steal my shit. If y'all try to get my shit, I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
10 toes down.
Ooh.
RC Pro. Y'all heard it here first.
So, I like asking people this, especially people of the arts, especially people that write. That's their thing, right? Would you categorize yourself as a wordsmith?
Yes.
Okay. Because
A
I
wordologist.
I feel like that's just a thing that's not used as much anymore when people talk about people that write. Like even what I do comedy, I write. So, like we write, like all comedians write. So it's a thing of like, yeah, I'm part of that. Like I started doing, that's actually really funny. I started doing poetry first.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah. It's mine. It's my personal. What I write for myself. That's mine. But
I'm not
that. But the jokes I like to share with people. So I was like, oh man, like. And I think the first time I heard that was in some movie. I was like, that would be dope. And the first time you heard it was like in rap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Rappers, a lot of times they refer to themselves. Well, older rappers refer to themselves as wordsmith.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like when it comes to the term wordsmith, it's a lot of the time associated with people who tend to be bar heavy, or like they got a lot of metaphors, similes popping around in their shit. So it makes you think about some things, but it makes you picture other things, and I feel like that's where the word wordsmith kind of found itself category-wise, because you have rappers. But you have rappers who do call themselves wordsmith. You have rappers
Right.
who are drill rappers and mumble rappers, and they ain't really saying shit, but they're saying something, but they're not saying anything at all. Actually,
Because you got, like, and I just say this for my era. I feel as though there was more power in the punchline. I'll say it that way. Like, not that there aren't those artists now, but it was more common for you to be on and considered a rapper and to be able to call yourself a rapper or call yourself an MC. You had to have bars. You had to have lyrics, your metaphors, your punchline. All of it had to be on point. And it's like you got certain artists now. I don't want to name any names because I want. Oh, you hating on songs? So, no.
Like
I just feel as though, yeah, you found a lane that's your fan base, but like when I listen to some of their music, you got some nice beats, but like you haven't said anything that's made me go, oh shit, the bull said such and such. Like, my favorite intro of rap ever is a Wu-Tang intro to Triumph.
Yeah.
I bomb atomically. Socrates' philosophies and hypotheses can't define how I drop these mockeries. Lyrically perform on robbery. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but my hip hop heads know what I'm talking about. That shit right there.
That's the jizzle.
I can't. Oh, inspect the deck, sir.
Inspect the deck.
Inspect the
That's
deck,
inspect
sir.
the deck.
When I say that was one of the anytime I hear it, I have to listen to that whole verse.
It's one of those verses that give you chills. It's to come back to poetry, but it's the same thing with poetry. And I know you felt it, Goddess, where you've heard somebody lines like, ooh. Oh, so you felt a little shiver.
I'm one of those.
She got bars too. Like I find myself when I see she's posted a new rap, or she hops on a trend. I might listen to it once or twice, maybe thrice, because I'm like, I want to make sure I heard everything. Or she'll say something, I'm like, hold up, did she say what I think she said? Let me run that back. So it's like, I like the wordplay.
I appreciate it. I think two things. When I'm writing, I always write from a place of confidence because I know my pen is the shit. And there is not a single person sitting in any crowd, on any screen, wherever the fuck, that can tell me that my pen is not the shit. You might try to, but if you want to be a liar, then that's your conversation to have with the devil, not mine, right? That's on you. I think an issue when it comes to me is, to what y'all was just saying, I'm very verbose. I be judging people.
Okay.
And if you ask me if your shit is good and it's not, I'm gonna tell you. If you ask me if it's okay and it's not, I'm gonna tell you. If you say, oh, tell me what I can do to improve this or that, I'm going to tell you because you asked. I'm a Gemini, if y'all didn't know. So I'm gonna tell you what it is, the way it is, the way I see it. Not everybody respects that though, because in the words of Erykah Badu, y'all be artists and y'all be sensitive about y'all shit, which is cool. Be sensitive, but be better. Because if you were better, you wouldn't have to be sensitive. There would be no space for you to be sensitive if you were better or trying to be your best. If your best is mediocre, I don't even know how we ended up in the same room. But
so
do better.
That leads me to our next question. We have, let's see. What do you feel is missing in the world of poetry?
Heart and honesty.
Believe me.
Poets be scared as hell to be truthful and honest.
She's part of the Captain Planet Squad. Heart.
Because they don't have it. They don't have it. Like, one thing that annoys me about the poetry community is that I feel like 60% of the poetry community tries to be the battle rap community, and you're not that.
That's not the same thing. Like,
it's not, but that's what they shoot for.
If I go for poetry, I want to hear certain things. I want
to
battle rap. I want to hear threats and people talking about.
It'd be funny, to hear.
They won't say it in that aggressive wording, but they'll say it in that aggressive tone, and they stand on stage. You can't be aggressive. Like,
you sound funny to me if you're being aggressive, talking about, yeah, I love butterflies, facts. And then it's like,
flat.
Oh yeah, it's like, okay,
wow.
It's okay to love nature, my guy.
You landed on a sunflower, honeysuckle.
One of the people that we had the pleasure of meeting, Link.
Yeah.
Link 215.
Shout out to L1 NK215.
Yeah. Like,
that's my guy.
He's one of those folks that when I heard him his first time and I had to listen, I was glad he came back and did. I'm trying to remember the name of which one he did. It was
because he got so many.
He got so many, and it was just like when he took the reference to, I think was it a cereal? It was either a cereal or an old TV show. But like the way this motherfucker connected the dots, and to see everybody in the room go, oh,
right. Give him a minute. I think what you're referring to is
you
poetry.
Know which one I'm talking about.
I know which one you're talking about,
I just can't remember.
But Goddess, I think what you're referring to in poetry is the people are very trend heavy in poetry. Like if they they see 1 million views on one thing. I feel like a lot of people just be like, I'm gonna go to that, but I'm like, you're not that.
That's no.
No.
They're lacking heart. People call themselves poets, right? And as a poet, you're supposed to be a vulnerable person who is able to put your vulnerability into words. These niggas ain't vulnerable. They don't understand themselves, let alone their feelings, let alone their actions because of their feelings, because of themselves. Therefore, they're talking a bunch of bullshit. What they're doing is trying to find words that sound nice together, that fit in a nice little stanza, stuff that rhymes with what they said before. Try not to sound like Dr. Seuss, but try not to sound like Drake, but still try to sound like both of them together. And then you end up with what we're being given as the poetry community. It's not that. That's why I said they lack in heart. They don't have this. And I don't even say so. I call you nigga all day. That ass all day.
There's a skit on the Wu-Tang joint, and RZA called somebody, he's like, what do you call him? You Dr. Seuss Mother Goose? And he just started grinding him up, and it was like, he was like, y'all turning rap into bullshit. He said, y'all forgot what it was to be an MC. And that's like, I think that's the intro, of course, before Triumph, which is the lyric, the intro that I just did. And it was like, yo, that intro was funny, but it made sense because when you bring it down, it's like rap did it. Now she's saying from her aspect, poetry's doing it. Like I mean, shit gets watered down after a while. Like, case in point, everybody has a podcast. But the thing is, what makes your podcast different from everybody else? That's why you folks now are tuning into the More Than You Can Handle podcast right now. Because we're diverse. So far we've had, you're our first poet. You're our first poet.
First poet, first goddess, first face.
First dominatrix, first like
first hustler of other books.
Jack of many trades.
I've never heard
Jill. Mary Jane of many trades.
Jill of many trades.
I prefer that.
Mary Jane of many trades.
I've never.
Because I do it all, but I smoke the weed on the in-between.
Smoke the weed on the in-between.
Yeah.
Did that spark up another question? Oh, yep. Is there a favorite poem you like to perform?
Of mine? Wow. I like performing Mama's Boy because the beginning kind of like just shocks the shit out of people and it makes them shut up, which is what I like. Like the shut up is what I like. And of course I have to say touch me like a lady, fuck me like a bitch, because that's my breakout poem. That's where PvssyPoet the Goddesss really was born on a public level. That's the poem that made me be the only poet in the room.
The energy in that.
Right.
You want me to do what now?
It's the real. It's the real.
Okay.
I done did concerts, summits, what do you call it when them people, ciphers, all of these things. And it's 50s, hundreds of rappers in the room. I'm the only poet in the room. Period. I've been put in contests for rappers. I'm the only poet in the room, and my shit is A1 better than the sauce. Talk to me nice.
You know, A1 better than the sauce.
Better than the sauce.
Like that sound like some rap shit.
Yeah.
That
I'm
sound
not
like
a
some
rapper.
rap shit. That sound like some
He
rap
said it was
shit.
like, you ain't got nutmeg in your shit.
Like for real.
It's
Like,
just not the same.
like, I remember, that's why I love like comedy, poetry, spoken word, like certain things you hear, rap music included. Like I remember someone said this to someone, and I don't even think it was meant to be a bar, but of course some rapper heard it and used it. And there's a female rapper recently, I think, but she said, "I'm the shit, y'all the rest of y'all is just gas." Now I've heard that in context of two people talking shit to each other, but when it surfaced as a lyric and the way she worked it in was dope, and I was like, damn, like especially when you hear something, you retain certain shit that's like, damn, they cut that motherfucker deep. What's that?
I think the newest version of that is with Ice Spice, and this I hate that song. You got a problem? All well, but this whole you think you the shit. You're not even a fart. I be going hard.
Right. Is that song called Fart?
The song called Fart.
The song is called what the fuck? Why?
But you know what though?
I know what you're
I
talking
think
about
whoever
now. Because now I'm like,
raised
I remember flipping through
It's just bad.
Yeah, that's the new circulation of that.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was
not even the fall.
Yeah, I was just.
It's funny. It's funny.
It's very funny.
It's funny and catchy, and I think that's what's happened with a lot of rap. It's become more of a gimmick to be more catchy, more so than I put my energy, my heart, my soul into these bars.
She said that though in an interview. She said that she doesn't make music to make people think. She likes to make simple, like watered down bars that
Because
people
here's the
catch
thing.
really easily.
That's what's getting her a check.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is this.
Yeah.
What if a year from now she come out and flip the script and show motherfuckers she can go jig?
I doubt it.
Honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying what if.
I doubt it.
Like, you know how Marvel has what if? It's like that type of thing.
I
What
mean,
if?
because I've met a rapper from New York
Okay.
who is like, I think she had got they actually banned her, or they took her, so she rapped over one of Ice Spice songs. What's that first song she did? I don't know. Munch. She rapped over that, got like
Probably shredded the shit out of
she
it.
shredded that shit. Like, and they took it down. They took it off SoundCloud. They took it off SoundCloud because whoever her management team is, or whoever she signed.
Oh, they didn't want to
took
take
it off.
They didn't want to take
it
it
was because she's also a New York rapper, and you can't have another female New York rapper smash that shit like and be like, no, this is how you was supposed to rap on that beat, and pretty
That's
much
why-
all her beats are the same.
But that's why I like it when a lot of up and coming rappers put the shit on social media. Because once
Once you dance
you
to
get
it,
you get it, I get it. 10 other motherfuckers get it. They can try to take it down, but other people start reposting it. And once that buzz starts going,
It's
you
up.
can't, like, you might say, oh, that was so-and-so song, and this, but especially if you do it better than them.
The crazy thing with all of that is, and I'm not America shaming, but I am, but I'm not at the same time. But it's y'all. It's the United States of KKK. Because what the fuck do you mean you made the beat and it's just yours and nobody else can touch it and you mad if somebody else bucks it up? Take your ass to Jamaica. You ever heard of a rhythm? I know y'all love us and y'all love watching everything we do, so I know you know what a rhythm is. One song, one beat, however many motherfuckers fucking it up and fucking it up and fucking it up, and your motherfucking asses is in the club dancing to one beat with however many different
That
voices
shit
on
fire.
it. It's not that crabs in the barrel kind of shit that y'all got going on. It's very much so like, this is something that's making the people move. They move it, they dance it. I got some revenue off this. Here, try it. Oh, you got some revenue? Yo, we got some revenue off this shit. Here, try it. Oh, you did too? Yo, pull up. This is working for us.
But see,
It's
here's the other part of it.
community.
You know why I think folks have that this is mine and mine alone? Because you kill it. You kill it. When I do it, I don't kill it. Now it's out there. Oh no, I don't want to hear that version, but I want to hear that version. And they have fear of that. And instead of having the fear of it, instead of game of it.
That's what I said.
just
Be
like
better.
the game. Damn, you gotta be
It's
better.
like the shit happens in the comedy world. Same way. You might go to somewhere, you might murder it. You might set the whole building on fire. But that same set might not carry elsewhere. So what you gotta do? You gotta be better.
You gotta be better.
You gotta be better.
We gotta fight through it. Y'all saw it. I wouldn't sit tonight. So you gotta fight through it, because sometimes people, and everybody isn't receptive to whatever it is that you do, but you still gotta do what you do, regardless. Because you, like you said, you gotta be true to yourself. So as long as you're true to yourself,
Right.
you should always feel good, no matter how anything ever turns out.
This the boat I'm sitting in literally right now. Like, within the poetry community, if you are a poet, if you're somebody who frequents poetry-based events, then you know erotic poets, we're kind of like in this little box of the community. The regular poets, the pour my heart out, the heartbroken, the I wasn't ain't shit nigga, but I'm a healed nigga, the my baby mama, my baby daddy ain't shit poets, they don't like us in the room too much because we shake and we move Period. Even all you trash ass erotic poets, and I say this on literally every interview, and I'm gonna continue to tell you that everybody that writes a sex poem is not an erotic poet. Y'all are just freaks with a pen in your hand, and your pen is trash. But anyway, moving on.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's how I really feel. But with erotic poetry, they don't like us in the room because we're gonna shake the room. We're gonna get those reactions, period, because we're talking about something that everybody has some type of relation to.
Okay.
But it's not for everybody. If they could have an entire showcase and not have a me in the room, they're confident because they might get claps that are a little bit louder than everybody else's. They don't got to worry about what type of love Pussy Poet is getting or what type of love the next erotic poet is getting.
And that's something that I've learned doing this, where the contest where Twani and I met, folks were up in awe about another comedian that was in the round with us. Now mind you, I was new at the time. I don't think I even had a full year under my belt yet. So I don't know everybody. I still don't know everybody. But everybody was like, oh, he's in the contest and he's this and I was like, who's that? And someone looked at me like, you don't know who that is? No, who the fuck is it?
So I'm asking.
That's why I'm
asking. I asked a question.
I said, because my thing is this. And it was something I took from stepping on the court in basketball, and it took me too long to pick up on it when I was after my second injury. When you go out there, even if you're playing against Shaq and your AI, you still gotta put your all into it. And so I take that approach when, especially if I'm in a contest, if I'm going on stage to do my set, hell, even at an open mic, because I hear the shit that people talk when other comics are. I hear motherfuckers talk shit when my brother's on stage. And it's like, nigga, really? But yet you down here, you didn't have the heart or the courage to get up there what he just did.
There we go. That's what we rewind back to. They missing that heart.
Like, when people heckle or hurt a comic at a show, I think you like playing with your life. Because here's the thing, we all know words have power. I learned a long time ago, you say something to a person, for whatever reason, people want to fight me after I say something.
They can't take it.
They can't take it. So why would you
just work?
Why, I don't care if you're drunk or not, why would you want to pick words, have a battle of words with a comic with a microphone?
Or anybody that has an actual pen, period. I got flames under my ass right now, not because I'm hot, but because this pen be airing people's shit out and they hate it. They hate it. I be in the cut so cool, right? Y'all know. I come in with my bag full of weed, let me get you high, let me talk my shit, and let me go home. That's it. But when those wheels start turning and them mouths start yapping, then my pen start going, and now everybody got an attitude because I know she did not say that. Oh no, she did not say that. I didn't want anybody to know that. Oh well. Oh.
Shout out to
Suck my strawberries.
Suck my strawberries. Okay.
That's
Shout
the
out,
first one.
shout out to the 420 community.
Yes. Yeah, it's y'all holiday coming up real soon.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna be out of town then. I just wish I was.
Hit me up. I ship.
I wish I was somewhere that I know was gonna celebrate it.
I'll
be actually on my way. I'll still be out of town, but I'll be on my way back. And I'm going to make sure I celebrate this.
I mean, if my city job is looking at this podcast, I will not be partaking in such activities. In fact, I drink water and cranberry juice.
Don't tell them
all
that
the time.
Stop submitting to random ass drug tests.
Just you know, I have no idea with these cannabis. I
went to an event and they locked all the doors and everybody in the room was smoking. It's not my THC in my system.
Look, I don't know anything about that.
That's contact. I was just an innocent bystander. I happened to breathe the way I did, and next thing I know.
Then what happens when they tell you to come back? Okay, so let it come out of your system and come back again.
My job is going the extra mile. The job I'm going for is going the extra mile. They cut your hair.
Yeah,
they cut my hair.
They cut your hair.
Yeah, so because
they cut a chunk of your hair
it
off.
stays in your hair longer than the actual system.
So I was helping my friend move not that long ago, and all the people that like helped him move into the crib, they was all smoking after us. I was upstairs. I was like, nope. I was like, nope.
I'm gonna smell it through the floor.
Yeah.
Me on the second floor is as high as I'm gonna get.
I said that. I was like, y'all do what y'all do. And you know what I'm saying? Listen.
It's really crazy because when I was in school, when I was in high school, we'll jump to high school. When I was in high school, I was like captaining all the don't smoke weed and say no to drugs and all of that other shit. And then literally the month after I graduated, I invested my time into a nigga. I was gay as hell before that. I invested my time into a nigga. That nigga started stressing me the fuck out. I started smoking weed, and I have been smoking weed every day since 2013.
So, as a poet, as a wordsmith, as a person with heart, how much of yourself do you pour into your poetry, and how much of it do you keep for yourself?
Everything. I'm from Brooklyn. Brooklyn, we go hard. You feel me? So if I'ma do it, I'ma do it. And you're gonna get all of these vibes. There's nothing for me to hold back, because the point, in my opinion, of being an artist is being able to pour your shit out on that stage. Whether you're pouring it from your heart, your soul, the bottom of your toes, or your pussy juice, whatever, pour it all on the stage.
Drip drop.
Put it there. No, splash that bitch.
She said splash. Fuck drip
drop.
drop.
Drip drop. That's too slow. Splash that shit. Come in swinging, remain swinging, go out swinging, and when they see you outside to tell you that your shit was fire, make sure you still swinging. Have a whole nother, if you've been swinging with your right all night, hit them with the fucking left. Because you always gotta let people know when this is your shit, you gotta let them know that you're standing on your shit, because you stand with yourself. Your 10 toes is on your body. You cannot stand for shit if you don't stand for yourself first. Period.
All right, two things. One of our I had to say she's probably our #1 follower, Gemini Diva. Of course, she said she recognizes her
big
people.
Gemini, big Gemini.
So I had to let her know. So she said she recognized her people.
Yes.
So with that last comment, what brought you to the erotica world? Like, what was the catalyst?
Zayn. Once I realized from a young, still virgin age that sex literally does sell.
Okay.
And I don't have to be doing any of it to be collecting some of the money that everybody else is collecting. It was up. So what? All I gotta do is a little 1, 2, something that ripped the page out of my book, and you're paying me. Okay, here you go. Here you go. Here. I'm like Oprah. You get a poem. You get a poem. You get a poem. I get a poem.
Because I don't think, if I'm not mistaken, because a lot of people don't even know how Zayn actually looks. Because they have
people think Zayn is a man.
They do.
That's baffling to me. Yeah.
I found out that was a woman early on, because a couple friends of mine were reading the books, and just being around them when they were having a conversation, and I was like, oh, okay. And I was, that sounds like interesting reading. And then I think it was when it got adopted for the adaptation for a TV show. It was a series.
Okay, yeah.
I forgot the name of the series. Like the Jump Off. That's what we call it. The Jump Off.
That was the second one. The first one was Zayn Sex Chronicles.
Okay, so
it was Sex Chronicles.
And so hearing some of it, to hear my female friends react to it, I was like, I wonder, because I was corny. I used to do poetry to get chicks, and to gain, at least get your attention. And so I was like, I wonder if
people are still doing that.
So I said, let me step my game up. And so I wrote something one time, and this is when Facebook was still new, where you could post your stories and share your stories with not just your pictures and what you had for dinner and the goofy shit. And one of my friends read it, and she was like, so you're just trying to become the male version of Zayn? And I was like, what? She was like, if I didn't know better, that's what that seems like. And I said, well, I'm around y'all. I listen to y'all. Y'all my friends. And so my thing is, that's the crowd I want first. you seek your peers' approval for a lot of things before you seek outside approval. So I said, how does this work? That's just for me. That's how it works for me. And so once I did it, I was like, it's out there, and it kind of opened my eyes to a lot of stuff that was going on and just different roads to travel. So with yours, you noticed the poetry, then you started with breaking, hustling the poems. What was the next step after the poems that kept you down the road of the erotic?
There wasn't a next step in my mind. It was just a hobby for me. Had my best friend not told me to come outside that day, he told me to come outside. Had we not gone to that bar, lounge, whatever the hell it was, had I not performed that poem, had I not met my manager, I probably wouldn't even be sitting here right now.
Oh wow!
Because it wasn't a thing. I was foot, forehead, and I was cool with that. Selling my weed and shit, of course, but feet, forehead, hand, nigga face. That's it. But he said, "Hey, go on this microphone and do the thing."
So was
the dominatrix thing still is like amazing to me.
So it was actually pretty funny that you say hand and feet to niggas' faces, and
it sound like a boxing.
No, but it's actually it does.
I know somebody that actually does kinky wrestling where men book her. Yeah, men book her to body slam the shit out of them and shove her feet in their mouth.
I just be in a box.
Yeah, I felt like that, and I thought I was pretty. I thought I was aware of a lot of stuff.
Wait back up.
Like I know it's
literally knock them down and then sit on their face and do what's his name, Rikishi?
Yeah. The stank face.
Yeah.
Like I know there's a genre in adult entertainment where folks wrestle and the loser, has to get dominated. But I didn't know it was actual body slamming. Oh, you got me so hard right now. Put me in a figure 4 leg like, you're killing me. You're killing me.
Gorilla Girls.
It's like, come on.
That's insane.
That's wild.
That's just another form of domination. Wow.
Yep. I heard someone mention downstairs about a degradation kink, and I said, "Oh, look at these people knowing terminology." Okay.
So, it's like I was referring earlier. You were referring to earlier, your first line being that gotcha moment, not gotcha moment, but getting that attention.
For Mama's Boy, the first line is, "I'ma fuck you up."
It's
I literally just almost locked you all in here.
Okay.
Can we go?
Oh, no problem.
I swear to God. I just heard your voice. I got the lights off. I got the alarm set.
I noticed that the music stopped.
Yeah, I was saying, hold on.
I know it stopped, but yeah, I didn't think we had been. Oh, he just turned 10.
Okay. So, well,
Let's till next time.
we've closed the place down. So, Twani, you want to?
Yes, definitely want to give a shout out to Letterford team for hosting us, More You Can Handle podcast. And definitely want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Misunderstood, Florida clothing brand. Thank you for sponsoring us. And definitely want to give a big thank you to Pussy, the Poet Goddess.
Should I punch him, y'all?
No.
Should I punch him?
Let me help him out. Let me help
Should
him
I
out.
punch him?
Pussy,
Poet,
poet,
the Goddess. Okay.
That's brotherhood. See, he saved you.
He did. And I'm 22 times, obviously, the cuckold. And
If you don't know now, you know it's your boy RC. Most likely to put your girl in a pretzel and then push her off the bed when I'm done. Until next time. Oh, and once again, we want to thank our special guest. Until next time, y'all, we out.
yeah, thank y'all.
Yay.
Good?
Yeah, we're
Thanks.